Okay. Just want to pop on for a second and say hello to everybody. Not sure how many of you have talked to me in the past, and I know I've worked with quite a few people, but and especially a lot of beautiful souls that have come through the page. But I just want to pop on and say hello. The new moon is all about starting new endeavors, and it's about a lot of beautiful things coming in. We've done a lot of work lately. We have just been really, I know personally on the home front, we have just been really nose to the grindstone, really getting it done, especially today with a lot of work. And it's not just been so much work in the physical. I don't know about how many of you guys, but there's been a lot of work in the emotional. A lot of, since the full moon especially, a lot of stuff has been coming up for us to take notice to, and then moving along, and just lots of stuff. So in the energy of the new moon, or black moon, however you choose to, it's up to you guys. It really is. Even the names don't even really mean anything. We just know the energy of it, right? So, that's pertaining to almost anything. I have a perspective of titles and names really just don't matter. It's the energy of the person that counts. And so we're in that position of non-judgment now, and it's taken a lot of time to get through that. But, in some of my work this week, just my inner work, not even so much some of the clients that I work with, but a lot of my inner work this week has been about, I've gone back to that childhood moment. I've been able to, it's funny because she just came up and just kind of jumped in my face and said, hey, take a look at me. I need you to recognize this moment. But during some meditation and things like that, she did. She just jumped up at me and kind of said, hey, take a look at me. Take a look at what's going on here. And this is the moment that you realized, or this is the moment that you didn't realize, but you came into perspective that you really felt like you didn't matter. And the moment that things kind of shifted around in your life a little bit, where it's a thought process, it's kind of where you picked up those thought ideas so long ago that you've been holding on to. It's kind of like I found that key moment. And it just really, it really kind of hit home, It was something that was actually was a traumatic event. Just a 7-year-old kid sitting in the middle of the room and just watching all of your belongings just getting thrown up in the air by people who say that they love you. But yet they're in there and they're throwing things around and they're breaking things. And that's the moment that insecurity and that question of, you say you love me, but how could you? Because I'm seeing what you're doing. As a child, it was very hard to understand. I know they wanted my room clean, but I was a kid. And it was some other things. At that same time, my brother was moving in and then sharing a room with me. And that, I know that shifting, not that I don't adore my brother, man, I love my brother, he's like my best friend, but it was that shifting moment when he was moving in, or just being here, just coming to life, and coming in, and me watching my world, like, not only really inside turn upside down, because it really, I was 6, and actually I haven't even been able to remember this stuff. All this inner work that we've been doing I've been able to remember a childhood that I couldn't remember. It's really a hard one to explain, because I can remember tidbits, and if someone said something to me, I could then pick up on it and kind of try to produce a memory of it. But as for a genuine memory of it, I didn't have any. But now that's starting to return a little bit, and I think that's part of that soul and form integration that there's a lot of things, and actually I'm going to start talking about a lot of those things now. Not today particularly. Today was just kind of more of a howdy do, how are ya? Nice to meet you. Wanted to fill you in on a little bit who I am. We've had other people come on the page, do videos and stuff like that. But I've never really introduced myself, and I've never really talked face to face. I've written, because I'm a trance channel. clairvoyant, clairsentient, clear, what all the clairs you want to add to it. I also work as a medium in some cases. It just depends on the energy that's wanting to come through. I actually call it channeling over anything because that's my passion. That's what I really, 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 really love to do. It's not only channeling the message, but it's also channeling that healing energy that we're able to bring through us. It's not us. It's something that we're able to bring through us. And it's something that everyone can do, not just one person or, 2 or 3 people, but it's something that everyone is able to do. They're all able to not only communicate with spirit, divine energy, galactic energies if you choose, but you're also able to communicate with your neighbors just by sending loving, healing energy to them. You might notice that your phone might ring. So it's a lot of stuff I've really been dying to talk about, but I've been too afraid to put my face on here. I've been too afraid to look at a camera. Been too afraid to do a lot of those things. You see me, I'm fiddling with everything, thinking and talking. Actually, I'm not even thinking. The words just kind of come there. That's part of being that direct channel. And sometimes I will do some sessions, and sometimes my voice will shift and that sort of thing, and it does become quite eerie for some. For some, it's something that it's quite acceptable. If that does happen, I would kind of like for you, instead of being and placing derogatory remarks, just kind of bypass, please. It might be something that might resonate with you later, if not now. Because that is what I do and that is my passion. And it's kind of like, I think this is more of a coming out for me now, because I've never really talked a whole lot to most of the world, and most of my family doesn't really know what I do for a living. They just know I'm kind of different, and it's okay. But anyway, my mother has been praying for me. I love her so much. But she just had no idea of the kind of work that I do. And so she was just so convinced and told me she was glad to have me back. Although I haven't changed. I guess finally we're being seen for who we really are, right? Oh, I love you, Mommy, if you see this. Oh, Mother, if you see this, I love you. But we're right now coming to our authenticity. And I think this is kind of my coming to my authenticity, because I haven't really spoken a whole lot about much. And now is the time to do it. Higher vibes came to life. I had already started going through much of a spiritual awakening. My spiritual awakening began back in the late 80s. And then into the early 90s, there were some situations where I was doing tarot cards, and my ex-husband tore them up the way, told me it was the work of the devil. And so I've been through all of that work, all of that part of the stuff. And, I was a battered wife for many years, a couple years, and I also learned how to escape with that by the skin of my teeth being shot at in the middle of the night with a 2-year-old daughter. Other things that have gone on in my life, I could just keep going, and it's a lot of stuff that has brought me to the knowledge that all these hardships are there, these learning events are there, so we not only have knowledge, but we're able to assist others through the hardship of it. And most recently was some talks that some friends of mine were having on abortion. I really don't even address it because it's so political. I don't like to get into it. But I had a choice, and I was a victim of rape. And my son, the son who passed, the one that we started this page after, he was the product of that situation. And, I had to learn at 17 years old that I was loved, even though that these things had happened. I'm abusive. I had some a history during my childhood, and I actually have a story, and I'll tell about that one a little bit later too. But I crossed the veil at 14 years of age. So, and there was another story related to that. So all of these things, all of these hardships, all of these things that have happened to us in our life are here to, we grow from them. Although it takes a great deal of time to as we move in, like the energy of tonight, and this releasing of all of this baggage, and this releasing of all of these things that hurt. You know, a lot of people say you don't talk like you really feel those pains, and it's not that I haven't felt those pains. It's the fact that you're right. I don't really feel those pains right now. I've come to the conclusion and the knowledge to know that they are no longer walking with me, that those moments happen in my past physical history, and that is a timeline that the soul really doesn't even associate with at this moment. It's not that I'm bypassing, it's the fact that it doesn't resonate with me anymore, and it's not something that I'm hurting over. It's an energy that I've cleared, although I'm able to share it in hopes of assisting maybe someone else through a trial, and not even share my story, but to share the energy of healing that I had to come to on my own terms on the different events. And each of us come through healing on our own, but others are here to assist us, and that's the beauty of it. So, gosh, I'm getting kind of nervous right now. I don't know why, and I'm just talking to my camera right here in the front of our little camper, which is a whole nother story. You know, we ended up going from this big old house down to this little camper because it felt like the right thing. You know, I'd come to a point in my life where I felt like I just had too much stuff. And I really did. I mean, when I was packing my house, 3 bins, bins of shoes was way too much shoes for one woman. There's not any possible way I could have ever worn all those shoes. Although I don't think I did wear all those shoes. I actually did give them away to all the neighbors on the sidewalk. But, you know, we're shedding parts of us, and it's not shedding parts of us it's things that we no longer resonate with. And we've been coming through this energy, and this energy that we're moving into, loved ones, you know, this great shedding that we've been going through, especially since 2019. I hate to use even the reference to the date, but I'm not even going to go there. And I keep hearing spirit knock on my head and say, hey, we need to talk about that. And the lights flickers. We've been coming through this energy, and you know that this great shutdown that we all had, and some call it a shutdown, some call it a shut in, I call it an uprising. I mean, you know, whatever we want to call it, where we had to go back into ourselves. That was a lot of inner work that we all had to go through. And then we've kind of had this like stagnant energy here in the center where it's a do or don't, do, don't, do, don't, do, don't. Okay, I'm just going to do me and you be you, and we're all going to be good, right? Kind of energy thing going on. So now we're kind of breaking free from some of that, and we're loosening some of that stagnant stuff. And we've gone through all this trauma releasing and all this healing. So now we're going to learn how to integrate all that. And we're going to learn how to become full and holy here. And it's just this new energy that we're moving into, and especially progressing over the next few months as the sun begins to come down and warm the earth. In some places it might be warming a little more than we'd like it to warm, but you know, that is something that Mother Earth is you know, she's cleansing herself. It's not anything really intentionally to cause harm to anyone. It's a cleansing of the earth. And we're here to assist in the energy of helping humanity. That is the goal. That is the desired energy that we are working with at the moment, that we are here to help assist humanity, and it is one in which we are going to continue to embrace the whole of humanity and continue to help an uplifting of humanity, because this is the energy that is needed to now, and we will continue to deliver messages of a great understanding. You see the time periods that you have been walking through in the great many years that you have been doing this. And that the shedding of the many layers of who you are, you begin to really resonate with who you truly are and not to who you think that you are might be. It is one thing, and in order to become whole, you have to embrace those great shadow sides of you, and that very energy of it may become very turmoil is you have bouncing around that you really do not quite understand why so many things keep coming back up to the surface. But that is not the issue of it. The issue of it is the way that you attend to the garden, and how that you begin to plow those things, and then begin to turn the soil, and how you make things grow from nothing much at all. But you see that it is not the fact that there was nothing much at all, because there's a great thing there to grow. There's a great thing there to grow within you. And it's more that you embrace of that, who you are, then the more that you begin to shine and be who you are. See, hold on for just a quick moment, dear loved ones. Then you begin to shine your light just a little bit brighter, and just a little bit brighter, and just a little bit brighter, and just a little bit brighter, until you outshine everyone. And that is not the idea of it. The idea of it is to shine together. Not together. You shine together. We send you so much love and compassion. We send you so much joy. We give you hugs. It's a great phenomenon divine here in this space at this moment, to let you know that you are truly worthy of the great work that you have been doing, and you will continue to do as you've been doing, and you will shine even brighter lights than you have shined as of yet. Great many jumps and progresses that will appear shortly here around the bend, and you will see a great deal and many things change again. This is expected. It is not a hindrance, this is not a stopping point. But this is yet another journey down a new road. This road has not been paved yet. And you shall be the pavers. Such beautiful souls that you are. Such beautiful souls that you are. It is quite wonderful when we take a look and we see the great work that you are doing, and the many strides that you are making in order to come together as one. But we understand that the energy to come together as one is not something that is very simple to do. But you will. And again we say you will. And again we say you will. And again, we love you so very much. This seems to be some information that someone is asking about. Yes, my love, you will be well. There is no question of that. And I know that sounds quite very, 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 very overall. It could be anybody, but this particular person happens to know. It went in the nose, and it will be okay. We send you great love. We send you great love. There is so many beautiful things that are in store for each and every one of you. Just take a moment. Love thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Great words. Great many teachers you have had. It is just simply a fact of implementing the words. We love you. We love you. So, Pretty much, that would be what I do. Some call that a trance channel. Some call that a direct channel. Rhonda is the energy that I've been able to. I've been channeling, connecting with her now for about 3 years. And she's part of the Feminine Divine. And shares so much love for all of you. Kind of threw me off on the energy that we were even talking about, and I'm going to have to now rewind and see what was shared. So I'm not quite sure. And I just keep staring at this little notebook. But it's not like there's much written there. It's a story I've been writing forever. But I just wanted to pop on and say hello. And I wanted to pop on and introduce ourselves. Share a little bit of the backstory. And I guess our beautiful Rhonda wanted to share a little bit of the forward story or a little bit of the energy. I'm not quite sure. So I'm going to go back and listen to this. And I'm thanking you for taking the moment to spend some time with us. Or with me. I love you. I really do. You guys have no idea how much this page has helped. This page was started right after Robbie passed away in 2016. I know it says 2019, but that's because I started it as my original Facebook page. Ivy Barnhart, the original page, and I don't mind saying my name. I have nothing to hide. I'm going to start, I've got a couple books that should be published here shortly, and they'll appear over there, so that's not a problem. But we started it back in 2016. Actually, it was 2017. Let me correct that at the beginning, because Robbie passed on December 24th, 2016. And we put the page together, my daughter-in-law and I, driving my husband to truck driving school. And that was the very first few months, March of 2017. So, oh boy, that was some hard months, I have to say. But here we are, that page. After I had to verify my identity, tell everybody who I was, show my picture to everybody's face, send in my driver's license, my proof of address. I mean, they wanted everything to prove who I was, because I was running a page that was called Higher Vibes Tribe with no name. So I had to change that into my name, prove my identity, and we started Higher Vibes Tribe, the page. So, and here we are, 2022. Wow, we've grown. We're up to, oh gosh, I don't even know how many the last time I checked, it was like 8,000 and something people that were on our page. And I was like, whoa, I didn't even know that. So, want to say thank you to all of you. Like to invite you to come back, because this is something, as this new moon energy is rolling through, this is my new endeavor. This is my new promise. This is my new desire to share. Or not desire, I've always felt like it's something I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I love to channel. I really do. And a lot of people say it's hocus pocus and it's scary, and I don't care. You say whatever you want to, people. It's your world, and this one is, obviously I live in my world, and I'm just kind of sharing it. And again, if you like it, great. If you don't, please just bypass. Just bypass. It's all done in loving energy. I send tons of loving energy that way. That is just, our whole mission is to do nothing but anchor love. I mean, we have to stand our authenticity. We all have to have boundaries. All of that is part of being authentic. And love is about being authentic. So you can have all your boundaries and all this stuff, and you can still anchor love. You can do it all. That's something that's easy. And we just get up every day and just kind of smile and say, you know what, thank goodness we're here again. Yay! What's next? So, but anyway, thank you guys for watching. Maybe now I won't be so scared to do it live. But have a beautiful evening. Happy new moon, black moon, dark moon, whatever term you guys want to use. It's all good. It really is. So, that's in Taurus, by the way, which is that partnership, love, all kinds of good stuff going on there. So, work. But anyway, have Have a beautiful evening. I love you guys. Namaste.